This is for year-11 methods. We're looking at a problem where we've given a trig model for the water level at Bunk Island, and the time's given after 3 a.m. So, and we're asked to find when's the earliest time. So, we're looking at part D. The ferry can leave main island so that arrives at Bunk Island immediately. It can enter the harbour. So, and we know that the ferry operates between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. So 8 a.m. corresponds to a t-value of 5 because that's 5 hours after 3 a.m. and 8 p.m. is t equals 17 because that's 12 hours after t equals 5, so which is 17. So this is our operating time. We can't go beyond the operating time. We need to find the values for which the ship can actually sail, or the ferry can actually sail, and is within the operating time. So we need to find out what these values are. If you solve it in main, you'll find that the t values which intersect with the water level 2 is at 4.12. That doesn't help us because after 4.12 the water level actually drops. And to add to that, that's outside operating time. If we look at the next value, we get 7.875, which, so t equals 7.875, which is within our operating time, and it's when we can first enter the harbour because the water level is actually rising above 2. So the question, it says it takes 50 minutes to go from main beach to Bunk Island. So you'd want to allow for 15 minutes to go from main beach to Bunk Island. So since t equals 7.875 is the first time the ship can enter Bunk Island, we'd want to allow 50 minutes before that for the ship to travel from main island to main beach to Bunk Island. So all we're doing is finding the time at which that corresponds to. So 7.875 minus 15 minutes. This is in hours, so this has to also be in hours. So 50 minutes is the same as 50 divided by 60. So when I do that on my calculator, I'll just clear this. I get 7.875 minus 50 divided by 60. I get 7.04. So my t value is 7.04. Now we know that 8 a.m. corresponds to t equals 5. T equals 7 is 2 hours later, which is 10 a.m. So that's 10 a.m. plus 0.04. 0.04 we need to convert to a minutes because that's in decimals. So 0.04 times is 2.4. So 7.02 7.02, so 0.04111666 times 60 to get a more exact result is close to, so we have to round it up to 10.02. 10.02 a.m. is the earliest time you can catch a ferry, and that's within our domain, so the ferry's still operating. So 10:02 a.m. is the earliest time you can catch the ferry to go from main beach to Bunk Island. Part E is the time to go from Bunk Island to main beach is 50 minutes. The minimum time the ferry takes to Bunk Island harbour is 5 minutes. The minimum time at main beach is 5 minutes. What is the latest time for the ferry so you can leave main beach, so you complete the round trip of 105 minutes? So if we look at this value, so there's a third intersection, this is the latest time it can enter the harbour, otherwise the water level will fall too low. So when we use our calculator to find what that time is, we can see that 16.125. So that time is 16.125, t equals 16.125. So we want to allow, we know that the round trip completes, the time takes to complete round trip in 105 minutes. So we know the dwell time is 5 minutes. So we can subtract 5 minutes from that, and the dwell time in, so we're essentially looking at a trip of 55 minutes on ferry, excluding the harbour times. So we know 16.125 is the deadline, and the travel time is 55 minutes, so 55 divided by 60. So this corresponds to a time of 16.125 minus 55 divided by 60 gives you 15.208. So 0.208 times 60, I need to convert it to a 12.48. 12.48, so 13. So and 15 corresponds to 6:13 p.m. Now, how many round trips can the ferry make in a day? We can assume that each trip takes 55 minutes. We're starting our first trip. The first possible time is t equals 7.04. 7.04 is the first time it can start the trip. How many trips can we fit in to a t deadline of 16.125? So when we calculate that, 16.125 minus 7.04, so we've got around 9 hours. How many 105 minutes can we fit into that? So 105 minutes is the same as divided by 60, 1.75. So we're dividing this divided by 1.75. So overall, we can only fit, because a round trip takes 105 minutes overall, and that's around 9 hours of traveling time. So 9.085 divided by the number of the time it takes for each trip, 105, which is 1.75 hours. I can only fit around 5 trips in total.